because it's summertime all the time. Hopefully somebody will pop in. I can see if this headset mic's gonna work. I have no way of checking it. It's kind of suck if it doesn't work. I think it works. It should work. So, oh, this is gonna be interesting. Give it a second, see if anybody pops. I haven't been online for a while because I had eye surgery, a detached retina, because of all my antics as a kid. That's what they said. So I was walking around there for a long time, like for years. I knew that my eye was messed up. Whoever just popped in, can you hear me? Is this mic working? I saw a like there. Where's the chat? I haven't. Okay, cool. Sounds okay? All right, great. So yeah, so that's the update. So I had emergency eye surgery. I blew my retina. It was already detached for like years. This eye's always been off, and I just walked around with it because that's what I do. But finally, it was getting really, really bad, and then eventually, we got to the doctor and said, "We have to go to a specialist." And, hey, what's up, man? Thank you. So, you need to go to the specialist. And I'm like, all right, great. So the next morning, 7 in the morning, and it took me, he's like, you need to go get surgery, you're gonna go blind. And I was already blind, so luckily, I'm still kind of blind this side, but it's coming back. But anyway, now that Sifu Shirley is putting out the story, I can finally talk, because anybody who's watched the original video with, I was saying, Taichi United, what's the T? This is what I was talking about. But I'm not gonna say much today, but now that I got to see what was coming out from this whole saga. What's up to anybody who's popping in? So I was going to give you guys what I can talk about right now, because there's more coming. But there's one thing I want to talk about is how her former teacher and her husband are going around to smear campaigns and like lying. And there's a lot of legal consequences to that, but I'm not going to get into that. My thing is this: she's said in this, well, he said, because obviously she can't write like that I offended them by wearing her name on my garments. Do I look like I fucking own a Chinese sweatshop? Do I look like the type of guy that owns a motherfucking Chinese sweatshop? Do you think I stole the logo and then silk screened it myself and then I'm sewing like on the video it literally says, "Thank you for the gear I'll be teaching at this day." And this, her former teacher, and she starts putting out these lies that like I'm wearing their garments. And like I said, I don't own a Chinese sweatshop. Maybe wifey mom thinks I do, but I can assure you I don't own a fucking Chinese sweatshop. Okay, I don't have a silkscreen press. I didn't steal the logo. What happened was I started training Sifu Shirley because her knees were popping out. All I knew was that her master was retired, and she was going to take lessons from a guy named John Painter, who's really good at Bagua, right? I don't know much about him other than I've seen he's very good at Bagua. And, when she was speaking to me about it, he does Bagua. I do Yang style as also a trainer. And I'm like, I'll help you, I'll help you out. And then it came to the point where it's like, it made more sense for me to finish her training because that's what I do. It's like I do that style and I can fix her knees, which I did. So her teacher knew this, and there's records of her knowing this. She was, I was fixing her forms by at the time. So in June, when I did the first workshop, they were very aware that I was teaching there, right? So they gave me the gear because I was teaching the workshop. That was the deal. Hi, how's it going? So that's the story. So if you go to the, Taichi United, you see the story, you'll understand why I'm saying this. When I got that gear, I think I just found out who she was. And all I knew is that she's some old lady who retired and can't teach anymore. That's what I knew at that point. I wasn't even really working on Shirley's forms yet, I don't think. Because I barely knew who this lady was. Okay? So saying that I'm using her name, I had no idea who this lady was. I just knew that she was an old lady who retired and left her, and she needed someone to finish her training. So I'm like, okay. And then when I started finding out more, she was on a team with Jet Li. I'm like, okay, now I kind of have to do it because it'd be disrespectful not to. So I was really happy being like, I don't care about any of this stuff. So I was just happy to help out, and like get pizza money. But then to put out this letter saying that months later, they decided to leave the organization because I came in. I came in because they left and they were trying to rob her. Okay, that's when I officially stood up and said, okay, well, that's what's going to happen. Now I'm going to come in. So it wasn't until after they decided to do their crazy scheme that I came in and started Taichi United and gave her the brand. So I already talked about this in my Taichi United What's the Tea video. That's like from 9 months ago. So that's what I wanted to say. I don't own a sweatshop. I didn't make any gear with anybody's labels on it. I was wearing it as a promotion because it was given to me. Okay? And another thing is, you know, if they were smart, they would have kept quiet, because not only was I, you know, fixing the broken technique and not complaining about it and not exposing how bad it was, right? Like fixing the injuries, fixing the broken stuff, you know, and because I didn't want to be the head of the whole freaking, this is something that happened by karma and coincidence. If she would have been quiet, she would have kept gotten paid. She would have actually had someone who I would have, you know, because I follow the rules, I would have let people think, okay, fine, I'm going to, you know, I'll be under them. So she would have had somebody who she claims is a fighter who has, like, you know, some like actual freaking certification and stuff. She has no successor. So you've been teaching for 40 fucking years and you have nobody as a successor. There's a reason for it. And then you finally have people who are doing the right thing, who are training hard and just trying to, like, you know, this is what you do. And then, like, I never spoke to anybody. If anybody who knows me here, you'll never see me leave my channel. I don't even talk to anybody. 15 years of this, like, freaking Thai cheaters running around attacking me. I literally don't leave my page. Like, you've never seen me comment on any, like, maybe 5 comments in the last 10 years of me going on someone else's account to comment something. I don't have time for that shit. You know what I mean? Facebook, before I got banned on Facebook and Instagram, same thing. You never saw me in the forums talking shit. Everybody's talking shit about me. It's always a problem. And I wonder why, because you guys are fake. You guys are all fake. And, you know, now it's going to come out. And what this is really going to expose is not just what's happening with Sifu Shirley and her former master, but like how this is such a cultural issue, how bad this whole house of cards of fake martial arts, and not just Tai Chi everywhere, but Tai Chi is real bad. Everyone is living this boomer delusion. Iced coffee with Pepsi sounds awesome. Oh, what's up, Dan? It's healing up. I still can't see out of it. Like, everything's blurry, but at least I don't look like I got hit by a brick. But yeah, so that's really yeah, it's freaking awesome. I figured I'd come to the pool and make everybody jealous. So I'm sitting here, and it's funny because, like, I got poisoned. I come to work. I get freaking eye surgery. I come in, and I'm getting shitted on for people. I'm like the only one doing the right thing. Here's another thing. This crazy lady is talking about, like, being a Buddhist, right? And how her Buddhist, you're writing. It's like slander and libel and fucking, like, civil conspiracy, tortious interference. You have a whole list of, like, crimes, okay? You know? And, like, there's all these horrible things. And then you're going to go in the same sentence, talk about your Buddhist practice. If you're really a Buddhist, like, cause I've been a Buddhist, 2000, right? I haven't eaten meat in 26 years, okay? I live the way. If you really believe on that, then you wouldn't be judging people for how they look, how they talk, okay, what they do. You wouldn't care about having these titles because they don't mean anything. If you really were this humble Buddhist, why are you attacking people and worrying about a title? That's what I want to know. I want to know. And, you know, people like my attitude. You know, what's the saying? Like in Buddha heart, demon hand, right? Well, if you don't have your hands to use and you're being attacked, what else do you have other than your mouth? So you can say I have a demon tongue, but you can't say I've ever screwed anybody over or I didn't do the right thing. I'm one guy who's been attacked relentlessly for years as a scapegoat, canceled, because, you know what I mean? Because and all fake. And you're going to find out how bad this is going to get because there's receipts, and there's more receipts coming. So how are you going to go around all these, and these are the masters also, because there's all these masters in these circles, and the Fajing Forum, and the Vom Soap Fist, and all these people, and they watched how much of this abuse and shit was going on for years and didn't say anything. So many people that are in these private chats that have all this crap going around that don't know we have copies, right? They don't say anything. So you talk about having all this Buddhist and Taoist knowledge and you're all these good people, but this is the kind of shit you do, and then you point the finger at me because I'm the tough guy, I'm the fighter. But it's just so obscene and ridiculous. But anyway, I just want everybody to know that I got an eye back. I have a bionic eye. They put some bionic shit in it so it can hold it together. It's growing back. And I don't own a Chinese sweatshop, okay? I promise you. I didn't steal any logos and press the logo to wear a logo of somebody who like I didn't even know existed at the time. So that's that, you know. And I didn't even wear hats, but I wore the hat just to represent. And I'm not going to take down those videos when I was wearing that gear because it's disrespect. The fact that you want someone who paid $60,000 to erase history and have less rights than somebody who didn't pay, who's just a normal person on the street who can buy off the internet, you know, and you want to like go around taking, like, that's communist crazy shit. That's, you know, I'm not doing it. Like, that's where she got that stuff from China. You know what I mean? Like, no. That's the reason. Like, honestly, I want to take down the stupid sword video, but it's like, I can't. Because it's like, no, it's history. I got paid to wear that jacket. I got paid to wear that shirt, okay? I was paid to endorse the company. When I was doing Aping Tai Chi, I got paid to be there, okay? I was hired as an employee to wear that shirt. How is it, it's the fact that this lady and her husband actually said that it was disrespectful that I put it on my garments, like I'm the king of Tai Chi, right? I put it on my garments. Like, they hired me to go teach at their school because their teacher abandoned them and taught them wrong on purpose. They taught them wrong on purpose. As a joke. As a joke. But I have more to say, but I also, I don't want to be, even as much as I dislike the situation, I'm not going to disrespect some grandmother aged woman or anyone on the internet, like argue with a woman. That's crazy, you know. So I'm not going to go how I normally go off on people, because, you know, it is an older woman, you know what I mean. So it's like I'm not going to lose my shit. But her husband is the one that's writing all this stuff. So I kind of have a right to actually come out of my face and say some things. But I'm going to wait until the whole story comes out. When the rest of the story comes out, I have a lot to say, and they're not going to like it, because I'm just an innocent bystander in all this. And, you know, everybody's tough when they think that you're alone or you're weaker than them, and they're all getting up there, and they throw and they attack. But when it turns around, and like boxing, and you sit around, you wait, and you take the shots 9 months, 10 years, and then they're tired, and it's like, oh, now it's my turn. Can you handle it? Are you going to be able to handle all the arrows being thrown at you the way I was? Right? Because I'm not going to do it in secret. Okay? And I'm going to have the law behind me. Because I didn't do shit to anybody. Okay? I've been minding my business. Okay? Helping people out. And you put my name in your mouth for no damn reason. All I did was fix your students' broken fucking knees from your shitty technique. Okay? I didn't say anything about it. I played humble. Okay? I didn't want this position. You made this. Look what you made me do. All of you. Okay? I told you for years, I don't want to be Tai Chi famous. Look what you made me do. Okay? All of you guys. The trolls, okay? The freaking her teacher, her husband, all these freaking people that left her when I came in because like they were jealous I took a position and they thought they deserved it. Meanwhile, like no one even came to me. Not a single one of these Taoist, Buddhist master people ever came to me and talked to me and showed me any grace. You know? I've been teaching legitimately for 30 years, okay? And, you know, many people know who I am. It's even crazy because there's people who know who I am whose egos are so up in the freaking air that they won't even say something when something's wrong. So I'm just disgusted by all these people. I'm disgusted by it. And like the people who think they exclude me from this weird Tai Chi community and their little fucking crazy forums. Do you think I want to hang out with you guys? I'm not going to wear your silk pajamas. I'm not going to make believe. And, you know, like, you're just the boomers on their soapboxes. They don't want to let it go. They don't want to let it go. So that's it. I don't own a Chinese sweatshop. I promise you. And I don't have any secret groups talking shit about people. You know, I talk shit to everybody in their face, right in their fucking face. And you know, and the only way I'm going to manipulate you is with the truth. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and you ain't going to believe me. And then I'm going to do it, and you'll be like, oh shit, he did it. So that's all I got to say. That's my 2 cents. Okay, but just to make it clear, I was paid to wear that jacket. I was paid to wear that shirt. The sword was given to me as a gift. Okay? I haven't done the sword form in 10 years. So I did that video, because she paid me to come up and like do a little promo. And I remember because I had to make the video fit in this like little space because the camera had to be vertical. So I had to like on the fly make this little sword form to like demo it. But it was fun. I was like, I got a new toy and I got gear and I was like, I was happy, And it's so crazy because then like little I found out the story at the beginning, Shirley didn't tell me. I guess she was embarrassed. She didn't tell me the whole story. Because I was getting little bits. And all I knew was like, oh, this is some old lady who like was on the team with Jet Li when she was a kid and she retired and she's going to take her training over. So I was like, oh, okay, that'll get me out of retirement because I wanted to retire. I hate you people. Honestly, like this kind of stuff that's happening to Shirley's been happening to me for 10 years. I've been talking about it, no one believed me. And you guys make me sick. So I didn't want to do this anymore. I want to retire. Shirley begged me for a year to come back and teach. Okay, you can ask her. She did a video with me, Jan, Steve Watts, and a couple other people. And that's when we started like talking. And like, I didn't want to teach you people anymore. This community is toxic. All I get is shitted on for giving you free stuff. You guys steal my techniques. You don't give me credit. You mass report my shit to fucking block my channel. I know this because I have a deal with somebody who told me they work at YouTube. They told me what happened. So I've been doing all this shit. I didn't want to teach anymore. I mean, you guys make me sick. Shirley's the one who's begging me for a year not to retire, and then did that video, and then had me start training her. So this idea that her and her husband is complete lies, complete fucking libel, it's slander, it's nonsense, and it's a civil conspiracy is like the legal term. Okay, tortious interference, civil conspiracy, slander, libel, and a partridge on a pear tree. And I didn't do nothing to nobody. I got paid to wear a shirt. and of course, I'm the Tai Chi bad guy. Like, there's Reddit posts from like 5-6 years ago, and some of our students left, some older guys, like these boomers, because I was too controversial. And it's not even that bad. It's a whole bunch of no-name accounts saying, oh, that guy looks scary. So it's like this cancel culture thing is so stupid, and all it does is like help us clean up the mess of people who don't belong in the community. Like, if you think this way, you don't belong here. You're not a martial artist. You don't Bushido. You don't live by these codes. If you think like making believe you're a good person, not cursing, like if you're not gonna curse somebody out when they're acting like a piece of shit, you're not honorable. That's not Buddhist. It's not attachment. You shouldn't be attached to even any of these pleasantries. That's what I don't understand. You're gonna attack me for defending myself? You know what I mean? Like 6 years in isolation, trying, and like that's what I get. So that's why I just don't care. I have no mercy for you guys anymore. Whatever happens, happens. All I know is that the truth's coming out, and I don't own a Chinese laundry or a Chinese sweatshop that I can print my own gear, okay? This was a gift also. Does anybody have any questions? Because that's basically all I wanted to say, and let you guys know I'm still alive. I have an eye. It's growing back, but I still can't see. So, but I have a lot to say once the rest of the story comes out. But for right now, I'm just telling you, I was paid to wear the gear. I don't own a Chinese laundry or a sweatshop or a printing press. Like, it's such a crazy story that her and her husband will come up with to say in a legal document, which is like, I think that's it's some form of perjury or something, because you knew I was there. You allowed me to teach under your name for 6 months, and then you're gonna lie and say from a video that clearly says thank you for the gear. I'll be at your event that you're paying me to be at on a certain day, and then you're gonna say that video 6 months later is why you decided to part ways with me. And then here's another one. In this document, she says, what was it? Fake Tai Chi and crazy stalker video I made. I was defending Shirley and her master because these trolls were going to the A Ping page, and they were attacking me, attacking Shirley, attacking her teacher, saying that all of it's fake, you're all garbage. So the video that A Ping and her husband are saying is the reason I'm such a bad person The whole point of me making that video was to defend Shirley and Aping. That's what's even crazier. So they lied about me, lied about knowing who I was, lied about their involvement with me because I was coaching her with Aping for a while and I was correcting her form. She was checking it. So she knew I was teaching her because she was going to go for John Payne. She came to me instead. And on top of that, like, you knew I was there. You liked the videos that she was making, so you knew who I was. You let this go on for 6 months, and then posthumously you're going to say that a video that I made to defend you because people were attacking you and your student and me, that's the reason why you've decided to part ways, when the real reason is that she told you she didn't want to pay you anymore, and you got told no for the first time in your life. Because these narcissistic boomer people, they don't like to hear no. They don't like to hear that you're wrong and you're doing something bad. So when you tell them no, they lose their mind. This is all revenge. This is all abusive process, all a revenge tour. And it's just crazy. And I'm just sitting here trying to recover from going freaking blind. You know? Like, I'm literally minding my fucking business, half blind, living by myself. Like, you know, I got poison, all this shit. And they're attacking. I have nothing to do with this shit. Like, why does everybody use me as a scapegoat? Like, oh, he's alone. He's a mean man. Like, the rumors that when I took over the school, all of a sudden there's all these rumors. All of a sudden, and there's people saying I'm a white supremacist transphobe. I'm like, I'm not white. I'm not fucking transphobe. I'm not any of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like the amount of lies and rumors and slander and the division that came out. And then the funny thing is that there's students of hers that left right after I took over. They were taking lessons from me the whole time. And then when I took over officially, all of a sudden, they can't work with me. Now it's a problem. Now some unnamed troll said something, they can't be here. Now he's this, now he's that. But it was okay when you were taking free lessons. It was okay when you were taking all the lessons before that. But just when I come in to save your fucking shitty school, all right, with your fake ass technique, with your fucking broken fucking people with knees who can't fucking fight, they can't fucking defend themselves, they couldn't even do technique properly. Everyone's learning bullshit. And everyone was so happy that I came in to give them the real stuff. Everyone was getting healthier, everyone was getting stronger, all they was give reviews. And then once it became apparent that, you know, the school was getting stolen and I had to come in and save the school, okay? Which was kind of funny because that's what I was doing anyway. We just didn't make it wasn't like a named thing because I didn't want the attention. But once we made it official, the thing that we were doing for 6 months anyway, now the power trips come in. Now people, oh, well, I can't be under this guy. You know, oh, I can't be, oh, there's all these rumors now. And then you buy it and you don't even talk. And the thing that hurt me is that some of the students I actually liked, they didn't even come to me and talk to me about there's crazy rumors. They just said, oh, I can't be because someone said this. This cancel culture, retarded shit. It was okay that you took lessons from me for all these months, but all of a sudden now, right now, it's a problem. We were friends a minute ago. This is the shit, and you look in history, how this crazy communist shit spreads. In, you know, the Bolshevik Revolution, the Chinese, the freaking Italians, all this stuff. You start with this little catty, gossiping bullshit, right? And then people let it go. And next thing you know, the whole thing comes down in your fucking head. You know, and I'm just, hey, what's up, champion? So I'm just so disgusted with the whole thing, you know, and again, Shirley had to beg me to come out of retirement because I hate you guys so much. You know, not my follow, you know, some of my followers, I like you guys, but you know what I mean. The people who are going to watch this, the paper tigers and the trolls, I despise your kind. I want nothing to do with you. I don't want to be in your fancy fucking Facebook groups and all your bullshit. I don't want anything to do with it. They begged me to come out and train. They begged me to stay in the game. Then they paid me to do the stuff. And then they're going to attack me for doing the job that everyone was complimenting me on doing. Like, why did you pick, like, I want to know why her husband and her come up with this plan that I was the reason. Like, why was it, like how did I become the guy that 6 months ago you were happy that I fixed your broken shit and I didn't tell on you. But, you know, I didn't tell people how bad her teaching was. I didn't, and out of respect, because, again, I grew up in this culture. Like real Chinese, like you people talk about, most of these people who do Tai Chi never even seen a Chinese person. I grew up in Chinese gangs. I grew up like, you guys don't know anything. So, to me, like the culture, I understand it. I understand what saving face is. I wasn't going to blow up her old teacher's spot. I was just going to fix it. How'd it go? It went okay, But I'm telling the story. If you haven't heard the story, you go to Tai Chi United, see for Shirley's telling the whole story. And I'm just giving my my extra to get it off my chest because it's so crazy. But I showed so much respect and restraint, and I came in respectful. I was going to stay under her and leave. I didn't want to take over, okay? I was very happy coming in as a surrogate teacher to complete the training because she's retired and old. I wasn't going to say anything about how bad it was. I was trying to be humble when I first saw how bad it was. But it was bad. Like, these people didn't, it was like they taught them wrong on purpose as a joke, okay? And the technique was horrible. And it's not just me that said it, there's other people that were saying it also. So I would have been the saving grace, okay? Because I would have stayed under her, real humble. I would have even taken lessons of her, learned her, and I would have let it, and then walked away because I don't want this to be my thing. It's like the gods are putting me in this position because there's like nobody else to do it. Oh God. So that's where I'm at. I'm just trying to get it out. I came in with the best intentions. I tried to be humble. I tried to defend them, right? And in that little legal document, they're saying like two crazy things that I put the stuff on myself, which they know is a lie, because she knew I was training her because there's evidence of it. And they knew that they paid me to wear that jacket. So why would her husband's PhD level guy come up with a plan so fucking stupid? Like, I was paid to wear that gear. I was an employee, if anything. So, how does it even make sense? And then the video of like the Tai Chi Stalkers, I was defending her and Shirley. So, it's just, but why bring me into it? like I want to say a lot more, but I have to let Shirley finish the thing, and I also have to make sure that I want to save face, something that her old master doesn't know what that means. So I'm trying to do the best I can to say this, but I don't own a Chinese sweatshop. I didn't make any fucking jackets. Oh, you don't know? It's a long story, man. So if you go back 9 months ago, I made a video, Tai Chi United, what's the T? And it explains why I started this. And I couldn't tell people what was going on because we had this plan, right? Sweet for Shirley released the whole story on the Tai Chi United channel. So it's 8 parts, 9's coming out tomorrow. So you can hear the whole story. But this is for the people who've been kept up. You have to go and watch all the videos and see the story because I can't go. It's such a long story, guys. But the reason why I'm coming out was, one, I want to let you guys know the eye surgery went well. I'm still blind legally, but I have one eye. So I had to survive the last month and a half blind to one eye with myself. And while that's happening, I'm getting attacked by a bunch of rejects I don't know. It's just so stupid. But yeah, I'm doing it right. Yeah, I'm doing it right. But and then the video came out, and she finally showed this fucking crazy story. Wait till you hear about the secret groups. So on her website, she says she doesn't support my company's secret groups. We don't have any secret groups. She's the one with the secret groups. I don't got time to be gossiping about people. I don't got time for this shit. I got things to do. I'd rather be drinking whiskey and playing metal. I don't care about any of this fucking crap. So that's the update. All right, and the fact to hide behind the Buddhist thing and say that I'm not a Buddhist because I curse at people, have no understanding of anything. Like, you don't. It's. I'm so tired. That's why I wanted to not teach anymore. I wasn't sure I wouldn't be here. Yeah, it's better than blind. It's coming back slow, but if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been teaching. Like I hate these people. Not you guys, but like I'm so disgusted with 15 years of giving away free lessons, getting robbed, getting attacked, all the slander and shit. Like, and I don't even bother nobody. And then when I say, like, listen, I'll fuck you up, now it's a problem. Like, just imagine you go to like someone's yard and there's a huge pit bull there, and the pit bull's sitting in the yard playing with his toy, he's all happy, and then you go into the yard and start kicking the pit bull in the face, and then eventually the pit bull starts barking at you, and you're mad at the pit bull. Like, what is going on? The point of slander is that weak people who don't have real power, they resort to subterfuge. What I always say to people is, be most wary of the nice guy. Okay, the one who makes believe that they're the best. They're always perfect. They're always nice. Right? Someone who's like this, that seems too, because they have no ability to be a man, or a woman or whatever. That they'll cheat, they'll lie, they'll steal. That's the whole thing you're seeing in the kaiji community. It's like it's boomer narcissism, infection, and like cancer culture nonsense. That's been going around for a long time. Hey, what's up, brother? So, I hope that the update of the story, I just thought it was so funny. I had to come on here and tell everybody I don't own a Chinese sweatshop. I just thought that was the best one-liner to tell people how I feel the situation. How else is a weak person going to overcome the strong other than with subterfuge and slander? See, the reason why so many people come up against me, the one guy, 15 years you guys watched it, because I'm stronger than I'm better than them. And that's what it is. And like I tried to be humble, but I didn't think of myself like that. But then, at my age now, looking back, they were terrified of me because I tell the truth. I don't take bullshit, and then just me showing my demos makes them look like frauds, and their entire fucking soapbox collapses. That's why I was like, in New York, all the masters, everyone was so nice. Like we go to Chinatown for New Year's, everyone plays together, everyone's nice. We go to meetups, everyone plays, everyone's nice. And you get online, and it was a totally different world. I didn't realize that every Tai Chi world was like that. Exactly, exactly. But so anyway, if you haven't watched the video, go to Tai Chi United channel. Sifu Shirley's telling the whole story, and there's more to come tomorrow because there's more receipts coming out, and everybody's like, they like to, be the bully when they think that you're weak and you're not as smart as them, or you don't have any, or you're gonna take it, and then you take it, but then when it's their turn to take it, can they take it? And all you gotta do is tell the truth. It's like, all you gotta do is tell the truth. I don't have to go messaging people in secret. I don't have to go and like attack you and like make all these lies. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Tell you the truth, it'll fuck you up. Yeah, but the other thing, people are afraid of drama, like, martial artists, right? The whole idea is to, like, defend the innocent, and, and you say about the, demon hand with a heart. What does that really mean? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to complain to me that I cursed out a bunch of nasty-ass people that were attacking women, right? Going to her page, it wasn't even my page right at the time, right? Going to her page, and then you're going to say that I'm the reason that I defended you, and that's the reason why you left. Like, it's so fraudulent what this woman and her husband did. That whole statement is so fraudulent and so crazy that, like, like, I hate the idea of suing people, but, like, it's crazy. You have to watch this. You see what they said about me? It's like, so when Sifu Shirley went to like, asked to reevaluate the cost, because the cost was crazy. It was just, the whole thing was bullshit. She told her Sifu what, for the first time no, and she lost her mind. Narcissistic collapse, lost her fucking mind. But somehow in this legal framework, I became the reason that she left and wanted to stop the agreement. No, Shirley's the one who wanted to stop the agreement. And Ray Ping and her husband knew exactly who I was from June. Okay, I was training her student. She had to have known because she was supposed to go with John Painter instead of me. So that approved. Okay, so everybody knew who I was. All the students knew who I was. I was training them. Everybody was really happy with the lessons they were getting. So why retroactively are you going to say that I'm the excuse? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. But there's little documented evidence. And the same way she said, well, if she had a problem, she could have objected. Well, if A. Ping and Bob, whatever the fuck your name is, had a problem with me teaching, the same way you're saying that Shirley could have objected during the contract, you should have objected in June. You should have objected those 6 months. Nobody objected. Everybody was my friend. Everybody was happy that I was, saving the little temple over there. And somehow you two came into this agreement and you make it my fault? That's fucking bananas. And then to lie about, and it's crazy because if you look at the video when I'm doing the sofa I'm wearing the garments, I'm literally being paid to do it. Like, I haven't endorsed anyone ever. Okay? So for me to put on her shit, I'm doing them a favor. They paid me to wear that stuff. They literally paid me to endorse the company. And they're going to attack me for something that I got paid to do and say that I did it on my own. Like, you're so important that I want to... It's even funnier because you do wushu. I'm like the anti-wushu guy. Like, not that I'm like anti the sport. But like, I literally am like the anti-everything. I do my own version of thinking that no one, what did do anybody else? Like, why would I want to use you to like boost my ego? Like, I don't even, I would never do those forms. I would never do any of that stuff. Like, I literally got paid to support you, and you attack me. And I did nothing to show respect. That's what's so crazy. But I'm not anti-wushu the sport. What I mean is that, I don't consider it a martial art. Be safe, brother. Go watch it, man. It's wild as hell. It's wild as hell. And also on my channel 9 months ago, I put out a video, Tai Chi 9 with Sati, and that'll give you the precursor. So be safe, brother. I'll probably be back on playing guitar soon. But yeah. So that's my thoughts. I figured I'd just come out and just say how crazy it is, because I don't know why her and her husband thought it was a good idea to bring me into it. You want to wrestle with a muddy pig with an IQ of 170. It's a real good idea. Because he's some PhD professor guy. They both think that they're like untouchable, and like, if you, like I said before, if you try to burn down a village to rule over the ashes, very likely you're going to burn yourself. You're going to set yourself on fire. And that's all that's happening. Like, I'm not attacking anybody. I'm not going after anybody. I don't talk to anybody. I don't have any friends. So I literally, all I do is I do my meditation, I do my kung fu, I play my music, I teach my classes, I eat my vegetables. It's like that. I'm repeating. I have whiskey once in a while. That's my life. So like, the fact that I'm so important to people I've never met is bananas. It's fucking bananas. So, how's it going? Oh, I recognize that picture, I think. My one eye. How's it going? So that's my story. Just so to wrap up, the reason I came here was my eye's healing. I'll be back. I got cleared to work out this week, so I started training again. I'm really sore. So first time I get to work out. So, but I still can't work out hard for a couple more weeks because my eye will explode. Maybe I'll come on and do some guitar later or something. Who knows? But this thing with Shirley came out, and they mentioned my name, And the shit that they fucking said is so stupid and crazy. I've been waiting. Oh my God. You can call me hung too low of Chinese laundry and embroidery. I stole her logo. And it's even crazier because Shirley's logo isn't even her logo. It's like legally, it's not even her logo. So I wasn't even wearing her stuff. I was wearing Shirley's stuff. Everything. And this is what I've been saying for months when you talk about this whole copywriting of forms. I said, if this woman doesn't understand, her and her husband Bob don't understand how bad the tactics they're using are, because it's like playing checkers with pigeons. By saying that you have a copyright on a wushu form, in order for you to be able to do that, you have to say that wushu's dancing. That's a big pile of shit to step in. So they think they're so smart playing this legal game and like playing this slander game and hiding. But when you actually pay attention to the repercussions of what their strategy is and how much it's going to piss people off, in order for you to get a copyright, you'd have to be, it has to be performative and creative. Okay? It can't be a learning model. Right? I'm working in the industry, I know this. So she admitted that her wushu isn't martial arts, it's dancing. And if that's the case, they committed fraud, because now they're selling something on the false pretense, knowing that it wasn't what they were selling, and the entire world of wushu is going to be really fucking pissed off. Dude, she just made them look like dancers and took away all. It's like so crazy. Like any way I do my autistic calculations, it's just the whole thing looks terrible. That's where I'm at, guys. If anybody has any questions about it, let me know. It's getting dark, you know, at my buddy's crib. My buddy Appa. He owns the house. So any questions about the thing? Anything going on? I'm gonna head back inside. Maybe I'll come back on later. I don't know. I had to tell people I'm still alive. My eye's healing slowly. I don't own a Chinese laundromat. I got paid to wear her jacket. It wasn't even her jacket, it was Shirley's jacket. Okay? They knew I was teaching the whole time. They endorsed me teaching the whole time. There's records that have been endorsed me teaching the whole time. Then they lied and said that I'm the reason for this legal, that has nothing to do with it, because she already was speaking to the lawyers, already doing this stuff. I made my video before they said that. So we have them in so many, like, it's bordering on criminal at this point. But like, I don't want to be fighting with grandma and her husband, like, you know, grandma Tai Chi and her husband, what the fuck, I don't even know this guy. I just want to be left the fuck alone. Somehow I got sucked into that bullshit. But I don't know why they picked me as the reason. Like, it's like I'm the easy one to attack. Oh, he's mean, he's a fighter, he's a bad guy. Like, yeah. Isn't that what you wanted? It's not never understood, but like the Fajing bullshit group, they ban all the real deal people. You know, like, it's like, we want to prove that Tai Chi's real, but then everybody who's real or trying to be real, you ban them. And you talk shit about them, and you collectively come together to ruin their life. This whole community is trash. You're all fake paper tigers, full of shit. You know, they just burnt down their entire lineage and entire history doing this. When all she had to do was just have some compassion. If she was a real Buddhist, she wouldn't have been chasing the money. She would have said, I see that you're going through a hard time. You know what? We'll work through it together. Not, oh, we know family. Just give me my money. You pay now. And then talk about Buddhism. I told her, like, you know, I trained her, like, you don't have the money, you pay whatever you can. You know what I mean? I gave her so many free, like, how are you gonna, it doesn't matter. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. But, you know, the thing is, like, partially because I actually, you know, am a Buddhist and I'm an asshole, I don't care. I made the channel. I didn't make the channel. I'm on YouTube from the beginning. It was still social media. People used to chat together and it was a social media platform for me. It was just like an extension of Facebook. I was coming here to hang out and talk shit about Tai Chi and make friends. It's like my blog where I hang out. I didn't make it to be like super famous. I want a little advertising for my private lessons. That was it. I don't care. This fucking shit. And like all these people that they hide behind the Buddhism. Like, you're a Buddhist. You eat meat your whole life. Tell me about you're a Buddhist. You're not a Buddhist. Like, you guys, you know, I hate the silk pajamas and, you know, yellow fucking bathrobes. I can't stand you people. You know, like, plethora of useless pontifications and platitudes. Like, stupid shit. It's so stupid. So I want nothing to do with it. I quit. But yeah, so anybody who doesn't know the story, go to taichinale.com. Shirley gave out the whole story. Go back 9 months on my channel. You'll see the Tai Chi Night What's the Tea video. You put that together, you'll understand why I'm telling you now that I don't own a Chinese laundry. I didn't wear any, and I'm not the emperor wearing somebody else's garments. It was a paid sponsorship. Like, they paid me to wear that clothes. And then they said that I would. Hey, what's up, Jason? I haven't seen you in a long time, brother. So, I don't know if you're up to the bullshit, man. But they literally paid me to wear the gear. They knew I was the coach coming to take over, because I just thought she was some retired old lady and Shirley's knees were broken. She didn't tell me in the beginning. She was embarrassed or whatever, covering for her. I didn't know the whole story. So all I knew was that her grandma Tai Chi retired. She was on the team with Jet Li. We need you to come in and finish her training and save the school. You know, her knees are broken. So I got sold on the stupid fucking Wu Dao bullshit also. And then A-Ping saw it. I never interacted with her or her husband. They liked the videos, that they knew I was training her. But all of a sudden, when she wanted to stop paying her, now I'm the problem. and you can't, and you had to lie about it. And you had to lie about it. That's the crazy part. Why lie? Why would you lie about me? If you're a Buddhist, why would you lie? A blatant lie about me. And I did nothing but respect. And the video that she posted, that's saying that the reason I was cursing at people, defending A-Ping, defending Shirley, because people were going to A-Ping's page and talking shit for months and months and months. And everybody who knows me knows, I'll let you do it for months. I'll say, please stop. And then finally I'm going to say, okay, now you can't leave. Now I'm going to be an asshole. You know? Demon hand, Buddha heart. Yeah, if you don't understand, you think you're Buddhist and Taoist, and you don't understand like what a riddle is, and what it implies. It doesn't just mean your hand; it means your action. You have to have like violence of action sometimes to shut people down when they're bad. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. No, I honestly, like, I'm so disgusted with the Tai Chi community. If it wasn't for her making the video, was it 3 years ago? Where it was me, Slots and Jan and some other people talk about like who the Tai Chi masters watch, and her begging me to stay because I was done with you fucking people. She's the reason why I didn't completely retire from teaching Tai Chi, because I was like, the reason why I don't teach karate is because my master died. He said, don't teach this because no one deserves it. And now I'm at the age where I understand what it means. I don't want to teach people like this. They don't deserve it. Like 30 years. And listen to another thing, like these people talked down to me when I'm like, my certification is like so far above them, my experience so far above them. And I trained as a full-time job. It's been my full-time job since 1996. I started teaching for the 61st Precinct program in 1996, okay? I was actually an assistant instructor for Guardian Angels in 93. So if you want to be technical, I've been teaching as an assistant since 1993, okay? So that's 33 years I've been an instructor as my main profession. I paid for music school by teaching martial arts on the side. I've always been teaching. So it's not like a hobby. I don't do it on 3 days a week for an hour. I would go out and train the form every day, in the morning and at night, every day, like for decades. And these people put on some silk pajamas and recite some fucking fortune cookie shit on the internet. And it's like, I don't understand. So, I don't know, guys. That's why I didn't want to teach anymore. Because what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, why should I go out of my way to help people that the people that I help for free don't defend me, don't give me anything in return, steal my stuff and don't give me credit for it? Okay? Like, I tell people I got surgery, like, not even one person, like, none of the regulars actually asked, are you okay? It was people that I barely ever spoke to across the world who were like, oh, how's it, you okay? You know what I mean? So, like, everyone's disgusting. Like, they think that, like, I don't have, like, feelings hurt because they don't want me to hang out with their weird, like, pajama party. Like, no, I have no interest in wearing your silk pajamas. But, yeah, so I would suggest you go to the Tai Chi United page, watch Shirley's videos, you'll understand the whole problem, and then you go back and watch my video, Tai Chi United What's the Tea? It was 9 months ago I made the video. And you put them together, you'll see what happened. And why I was actually so quiet for so long, because I had to let the legal thing play out until we got to this point. But this is always the plan. So this is everyone's gonna have to find out. Fuck around, find out. So, all right. I guess I should probably head back. I'm glad that I got to say hi, everybody. See that we just need wait. You know, I lived with it. So I started studying Buddhism religion in the 90s as a kid, and then from 2000 to 2000, I was managing a medical school. I was managing one department. I met a Qigong master who did medical Qigong from another department, and I became his apprentice. So that's why I started getting into, like, you know, Chan and Pure Land Buddhism, and that's why I actually became a Buddhist. You know, I did the whole ceremony. So this is 26 years ago. So in those times, there was no vegetarian restaurants. Like, you know, like, so being a Buddhist and a vegetarian was like, everyone attacked me. And I never even spoke about it. But if I you're vegetarian, you a pussy. There's no vegetarian food. There's no place to go. It's like, and I never even talk about it. You never hear me go around bragging of me training, trying to be a monk or anything like that. I tell people, as a matter of fact, that's what I did. You know, I don't hide behind it like that makes me better than you. In fact, the lesson is, if you see the Buddha, kill him. It's like, if you actually learn, and if this her teachers talk about, oh, my Buddhist training doesn't allow, her husband wrote this bullshit, but that's like, Buddhist training doesn't allow me to do whatever. I'm like, if you were such a Buddhist, you wouldn't care about any of this. You like me, you'd be willing to throw it in the garbage, burn it all. You don't really understand the teaching. You wouldn't be robbing people. You wouldn't say to your one student who's holding your legacy down, when she comes to you saying, I need your help, say, you pay now. You pay now. No, they don't, like, Chinese to say face. Like, it's just completely lost. It's completely lost. Like, the things that I witness are so disgusting. It was such a disgusting taste in my mouth. And this, like, it's not even just what happened between her and her teacher. And I don't care if they want to attack me. Everybody fucking attacks me. I don't give a fuck. I'm the fucking scapegoat for everybody. I don't give a shit. But, you know, I can take it. But the morality and how people that were in her circle, and I said this in the Tai Chi United What's the Tea video on my channel, it offended me so much. Not that they were attacking me, but the why and how these people think. And even the people that I taught that I liked, actually, you know, I care about them, like, you know, they were my students, and like how fast they turned over like a rumor or a thing, or like, it's like, or wanting to be in the like, you thought like you were more qualified to be in my position, and saying, oh, you have no idea what my lineage is because you never asked. You have no idea my certification, my schooling, because you never asked. You just looked at me and made an assumption to make yourself feel better. You know, this, you know, I can say this. These beads, these beads were from the executive producer of Dr. Oz. This is one of my favorite clients when I was training at Equinox. Okay, so it's just funny that, like, when I first started doing this, I was training on a level of like, actors and superstars and fucking like, doing like real like hardcore, like, I was a functional movement specialist, right? So I was dealing with people who got hit by fucking payloaders. I had people come from the military with injuries. I had like Ford models and fucking Calvin Klein models and fucking like, professional fighters, everything. So I come from that world where most of you guys can't afford to talk to me. And I come down from my little, cloud land to talk and give you free shit. And they attack me and say that I'm not qualified. Like, and so like, your lineage isn't, you didn't learn from Feng Tu. I'm like, you have no idea who my teachers are. You never asked. Bro, when you hear the whole story, it's crazy. Like, I don't even care. Like, you can't screw me over. I don't want anything. I don't want anything. All I wanted from this channel was make friends, talk about Kung Fu, and just promote because at the time my company, I was promoting my private lessons. That was it. Make my friends, talk Kung Fu nerd stuff. It was social media. It wasn't like this content creator thing. Like with COVID, all these fucking paper tigers came out. Like, this is not what I did the channel for. I don't give a fuck about any of this. They complain that I curse, like, yeah, too bad. You know what? Anybody who complains that I curse too much is probably one of those people that are fake too much. Okay? Because no real Buddhist is going to sit there and start judging me for, like, how I talk. You're not going to be sitting there judging me. It's just crazy. It's crazy that because of, like, what I wear and how I look, these people who are these masters of Buddhists and Taoists and all above me, like, just spew demon shit out of their mouth, like the demon heart and empty hands. So that's where I'm at. So anyway, just wondered why you would stop work with these. Well, what happened, I didn't. What happened was I started my own company, Expert Movement. I still have the banner on my page. And then, I was 2018. First, my grandmother died. Then my master died. My ex-fiance was abducted and poisoned and put in a mental institution. Okay. Then, I got locked out of my website. Then I got canceled the day before the 2020 election. So I lost all my contacts. People on Facebook know, they used to see what I, so I lost all my contacts. I moved thousands of miles away. So it's like, I left New York and I started my own company, so I was training those people still. I still but it's crazy. It's like I left, I started my own company, I was doing all those things, I was doing really well. And then things happened. People started dying. People started going crazy. I had this other, one of my students I was working, was got for a federal indictment for his fucking company. It was a crazy thing. Then I moved down here. Then COVID hit. I lost access to the site. I lost all my fucking, I canceled. I got fucking blacklisted everywhere. Restricted everywhere. Stream your runs. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I had a lot of different teachers, so I had a lot of different teachers. But for Tai Chi, my first teacher was a guy named Mike Sendig, and he was William C.C. Chen's first certified instructor. Then after that, I wound up with teaching. I was teaching my own class. And I was coaching a karate class sparring team, and there I met Avi Schneider, who was from the Ching lineage. Him and Bill Phillips, that lineage. So that was my second teacher. I did like 20-something lessons with him. And then after that, I just took lessons from everybody. Because I just wanted to find out what's the real shit. So I've had so many different teachers when it comes to Tai Chi. Like, in fact, I always tell people every single person was my teacher. That was the thing. I didn't have a lineage that I respected because I wanted the real stuff. Because I already had, like karate training. I did all these different styles. I did Tai Chi because it was a hobby and I knew I could do it when I get older to keep me looking young. So I was like, I was going to do training with everybody. And I was going to steal the techniques. And what really started was reading, like, letting me tell the story of how he stole the techniques. So I was like, I'm going to steal the techniques back. So I went on this mission for 20 years to steal the techniques back. That was it. It was a game to me. It was fun. It was my hobby to steal the techniques back. So I don't have one particular master I can credit to my technique. It's a combination of like literally over 100 people. But I would say like the people from the Midtown Tai Chi group, I would call every single one of them a teacher of mine. Right? Every single person I've ever touched hands with, even the people under me were my teachers. So, because I was always learning and stealing techniques, you know? I'm trying to do something like that. That's kind of what I was doing. And that's, you know, I was looking for the universal theory of martial arts. I did it with karate and Wing Chun first. You know, I did that when I was like trying to figure out, like, you know, how do I find out what's the middle ground of all the techniques from biomechanics? You know, like how do I do it? How do I find the secret? And then around 2000, when I started seeing all the like online videos, like the fuzzy videos of the old Chinese men doing the Fajing stuff, like, wait a second, that looks like some bullshit. You know, like I gotta figure that out. So you can see in my videos by 2001, 2003, I was already doing all the Fajing tricks and all the crazy, fancy stuff. So I don't think there's any one person who I can accredit my training to, because it's more of a collective thing. Like anyone who ever said, "Oh, do it like this," I would listen. That's the thing, and I was just lucky that I had very good teachers in the beginning, and I also went to school for the stuff, you know. So after I went to music school, I wound up going to trainer school, and then I was in the hospital for 2 years, working, you know, managing the hospitals. Like, you know, I was basically in the medical school for 2 years. Did free medical school training for 2 years. It was pretty cool. But anyway, let me head out before it gets any darker. Let me grab some coffee. Maybe I'll come on and play some guitar. Tony, what's up, brother? I'm actually just about to sign off, but let me catch up with you guys. And, you know, thanks for everybody. I got the eye. I don't own a laundromat. Maybe I'll come back on later, okay, guys? Peace out. So go to Tai Chi United. Go watch Sifu Shirley's thing, because it's crazy. All right. I love you guys. Happy New Year. Peace out.